Hey Ray, this is a response to the couple of questions you just posed. I had quite a response to it, so I figured I'd just go ahead and do a video rather than typing it all in and all the different messages that I had to do. Uh, we'll go ahead and start from the beginning. The reason I'm hesitant to answer your question is that I know that you're being, pardon, you're being pretty narrow-minded in what your idea of what a cause would be. I mean, the fact that we have no understanding of what came before this stops us from being able to know for sure what even a potential cause could be, or even what the idea of a cause could be in those terms. It could be the universe continually expanding and contracting endlessly. We have no idea. That's the whole point. We can't know. Um, but the fact that we don't know and the fact that we can't know right now doesn't mean that God is real. That's not the way that it works. It doesn't automatically prove that God is real. And beyond that, it's beyond our scope as humans to truly understand the concept that we're talking about here. That's the point that I've been making, is absolute nothing, or the idea of what was here before our laws of physics even existed. I mean, how we see the universe before that existed. It's beyond anything we can comprehend. But again, the fact that we don't understand it doesn't automatically mean that God is real, that there is a creator. And of course, we're discussing theology here. Nothing to do with the creation of the universe, what was there before the creation. None of that is science or statistic. Everything to do with this discussion is supposition and conjecture. None of it is science. If you can stop trying to invalidate me and simply listen to what I'm saying, there is no way to know for sure what the truth is. And we cannot do anything to stop the harm without critically discussing the religions themselves. I could care less whether or not there is a creator. I'm talking about the realistic impact that these religions have on the planet, on us, on the planet, on Earth, on everyone that lives on Earth. I'm not saying to abolish these religions. I'm saying stop giving them special treatment and allowing them to make decisions that put the rest of the world in danger because we won't confront the rationality of the situation. You seem to see the positive aspects of religion as one entity and the negative as the other, and they never meet. And how is it that the good and the bad, both done by the people of the religion, are not subject to the same chances of being wrong or misinterpreted? You can't just take the good and say that's done by God, and then take the bad and say, oh, that's man. I understand that's what's in the Bible. We're all sinners, we're all evil, but you can't do that. That's not a rational argument. I never said that I know the Bible is not the Word of God. I don't believe that it is. I never said I know that. And yes, I have read it. I've read the Old Testament and the New Testament. I was raised Methodist. I put a lot of thought into this. And you seem to think that all theists seem to think automatically that atheists just really haven't looked into the subject, or else we know that their way is the true way, and that's really just arrogance. All right, I looked into it quite a lot. I just don't believe it. It does not make sense to me. And even if all of it were true, I mean, besides the fact that it doesn't make sense and I don't believe it, even if it were true, there would still be no way to know that. There'd still be no way to prove to us that it's true. It does not exist in the universe. Um, so I refuse to make a decision about how I'm going to live my life based on something that I can never know for sure, based on something that there is not any evidence for, whether it could be true or not. And the last thing is, it was hardly a statistic. I don't know what you mean, where I got the statistic from, but have you ever heard of the Inquisition? Have you ever heard of the Crusades? The medieval witch hunts or the Salem witch trials? I mean, did I mention the Inquisition? Whether it was God's plan or not, they were killing people in the name of their God because they did not agree or believe in your God. It just wasn't acceptable to not believe that. And not to mention that we didn't have the understanding that we have now. So I can hardly blame people for believing in magic. You can revise and reinterpret your beliefs and the Bible as many times as you want, but it's still open to the same problems that come with believing in something that is unprovable. Whether it's Christianity or Catholicism, Islam, or Judaism, there still comes the same potential danger and the active danger that we're seeing in the world, especially in the Middle East today. And you still haven't answered what you meant by the greatest evil in the world has actually come from those who deny God's existence. I assume you're referring to Stalin and Mao, etc. But again, coming from an atheist and being done in the name of atheism are two different things. They didn't do what they did for atheism. They did it for their own reasons, their own twisted versions of morality, what was right and wrong. Maybe it contained the idea that God does not exist, but that doesn't mean that it's the true ideology of atheism or what we believe. Um, Whereas the things that I'm talking about with Christianity are done both by the individual Christians and because of the Christian belief and the belief of all religions that their God is the only true God and that they have to make everybody else believe it. It's directly caused by this religion. It's not just the people doing it. So I really don't see how you can compare the two and say that they're the same thing. They're not. They're really not even close. Um, well, hopefully you understand what I'm saying here, and hopefully you get a response and continue this. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.